Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a good day, and if you're not, I hope it gets better. I'm making this video just to showcase a side of my life or sides of my life that I do every day, habits that I do every day. That's changed me entirely from when I started, from when I was just a freshman in high school to now, a graduated senior going into college. And I wanted to just show this part of my life to you guys to hopefully get some benefit from you guys. You guys could get some benefit from me, and that's pretty much it. So, yeah. What the first habit I like to cover is religion. Religion is something I've always been, especially when I was little, I've been hesitant to be in religion. I never really wanted to go to church, or I never really wanted to indulge in religion just because, I was just a kid. I was little, maybe 10, 12, 15, whatever. But I was always grateful for it. It was like never really pushed on me that much. Yeah, here and there with my family and stuff and that, but it wasn't really forced against me. If I wanted to stay home, stayed home for church. So I'm grateful that I went to it, and it kind of found me too. And for me, religion helps me better understand the world and my own self. And for me, I am Christian. I'm a devoted Christian. Every day, I try my best to live in His image, and of course, I sin. I'm not perfect at all, and I repent. I pray daily. Usually whenever, but I pray every day. I pray every single day. I read the Bible every day. I try to read one chapter from a book. Right now I'm on the book of John, which is I'm rereading it again for the third time, actually. I think I'm on John 17. Yeah, and I literally just read it before click and play. So yeah. It's something I practice every day just because it's changed me spiritually, and it's made me more of a better person in terms of, I feel like I have like a greater perspective on the world, and He does miracles. You can't live without Him. You can't escape Him. He's always there. He's watching you, and everyone has their own path to Him. So hopefully, maybe I'm starting someone's path to Him right now. But that's my first habit, which is religion, which consists of praying, reading the Bible, and actually living in His image. So those are three things I do. I pray every day, read the Bible every day, and I try to live in His image every day. So that's just one. For the second habit, oh, a little burp. For the second habit is reading. I try to read 10 pages every single day, no matter what, no matter where I am. If I know I'm going to be busy, if I'm not going to be home, I always take a book with me, and I read 10 pages of the book every single day. Right now, I'm currently on The Quick and Easy Way of Effective Speaking by Dale Carnegie. This is actually the third book I own from him, which is first book I ever, I think it was one of the first ever self-improvement books, was How to Win Friends and Influence People. That book totally changed my life. But why I implement this habit is because every day I try to gain some type of knowledge and a deeper understanding of the world, and how I could further increase my knowledge to become a better person, to be a more knowledgeable person. This book is more about speaking, so it would be helping me in that aspect, improving that aspect. I used this book before to to do presentations, so it's helped me in that aspect of my life. So yeah, it's just finding little bits and pieces of my life and to further improve on it, further improve on the speaking part. This one's the speaking part. I just finished this book right here in July. It's over, I believe. Oh yeah, over 400 pages. It's helped me with the more romantic aspects of my life, so improve that portion of my life. I grabbed a deeper understanding in that part of my life. So I'm very grateful for this book. Very grateful for Gregory. That's the author. But yeah, this book, I'm on this book. I stopped reading it. I was reading it, I believe, like in June. Then I stopped because I didn't really see the benefit for it anymore. But then I'm back on it now. I read this book, and now I'm back on this book. So yeah, I've been reading since ever, like, what, freshman year, sophomore year, self-improvement books. Like, I went through the classics like Atomic Habits, Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins, How to Influence People, Think and Grow Rich, stuff like that. So I read just to get a better understanding of the things around me and how I could improve myself and understand those things that are around me, like people, like relationships, mindset, stuff like that, just to grow. Untethered Soul, another great read. Come on. I'm thinking of Mark Manson's both of the books. Both of those books that he came out with are great. Yeah, there's just reaching a deeper sense of self and acquiring knowledge for you can, make a greater impact on the world. That's probably the biggest reasons why I do read, for acquiring that knowledge and becoming better in that way. So now for the third habit we have here is nutrition and I would say fitness. I wouldn't consider them, well, I would consider them to be two different things, but I'll talk about fitness. So fitness, on a self-improvement aspect, very simple. You do something hard every day, something you don't want to do, something sluggish, which you could honestly apply to all of these things, but this is on the physical aspect, working on your body and improving. And I've already made a video covering that whole aspect of how it looks like on my end. But for me, this has helped me mentally and physically, not just on the physical side, but mentally, become a stronger person. But I have to physically go there and do the actual physical work rather than like, oh, I could just read here and just and stuff like that. Or I could be over here doing this, over there. But it's all in my room. But there, I'm doing something like dedicated to something physical, rather than reading, where it's just more relaxed. It's still self-improvement, but it's more relaxed and it's more on the mental side and stuff like that. But this is more on the physical side, building yourself, but on a physical level. So it kind of shows, the way I kind of see it is, you could tell if someone works out if they implement that habit, right? Like weightlifting, you could see, oh, that guy obviously weightlifts. Look at him. Oh, look at that guy. He's obviously this or that, an athlete, because look at that. So you could kind of tell when someone lifts weights. And I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I mean, do I look like I do every day? No. I rest Saturday and Sunday, but I still try to get some cardio in on Saturday for I can have a full rest day on Sunday. But yeah, that aspect, the way it's impacted me, it's led me to a stronger community. Every time I'm in the gym, I always meet someone or talk to someone that just to know their why and how they got there, and what they're doing, like what's their routine and stuff like that. So it allows you to connect with better people, to like more like-minded people. So yeah, working out, a great habit. Been doing it since 7th grade. Reading, I've been doing that since freshman year. It's that daily habit. What I mean by daily, I mean every day. Like, we'll be reading later today. I will be reading tomorrow. I will be reading September 19th. I do this this is the way of my life. I will be working out on December 23rd or something, if that's not a weekend, but I will be doing it. Because this is what's truly shaped me and my person. And I'll elaborate more on that later. But onto my next / is my diet. So you can be working out, you could be running every day, but then look at your skin. Oh, I have acne. But look at your skin, look at your mood, look at your sleep, look at this or that that's more affected on your diet rather than the physical, rather than working out. So I would say, oh, definitely, your diet is just as important as, and what you're eating is just as important as working out, running, stuff like that. It's just as important. And honestly, this is more of a habit I've started implementing every single day. More of my, well, you could technically say I've been cutting since seventh grade, but I didn't even know I was really cutting until like freshman year. So I would say freshman year. And then truly, that's when I started cutting. You could call that a diet, but I was still consuming like bad food. I was still eating McDonald's. I was still eating stuff like that, greasy foods. But I was still within my deficit. That doesn't mean I'm be a healthier person for that. I would say it's more recent I started taking care of my diet and being more healthy with it. Like right now, I'm always just drinking water. I'm on a cut. I already made a video on that. I'm on a cut right now. I'm only drinking water or even seltzer, 0 calories, but still healthy, only healthy. Every morning, I showed you guys what I eat in the morning. I showed you guys what I eat throughout the day. It's all clean food. It's all healthy food. It's all trying to just be a healthier person. And that's right there in of itself is self-improvement, but on a different level. There's levels to this. There's different aspects. There's spiritual, which is religion, which I covered. There's knowledge, which is, again, reading, trying to get a deeper understanding of the world and applying that. And the third right now is my temple, my body, and then what I feed my body, what I feed the temple. So yeah, that's what's important to me for that part, and that's how I see it. That's how I see that part. And on to my next one, which will be my last habit, which is journaling. Journaling is probably the most recent one I've implemented, which I started early sophomore year. And journaling for me has been one of the best decisions I've ever made, daily, every day. It's been like 700 days of journaling. I have like 3 journals. This is my 4th one, and I'm like halfway done. I don't know if you can kind of see that. This is August 10th. This is August 10th, and today's the 11th. So I'm a journal at the end of the day. Every day I like to journal at the end of the day before I go to sleep, or like an hour before I go to sleep, just to reflect on my day and take a part of that day and try to garner some type of deeper sense of self from it. Not every day I will gain something like that. Some days will be like, oh, today I did this and that, and it's just kind of, I didn't do much, or I didn't do anything pretty much wrong. But on those days, I like to still reflect on it. On those days, see what I did, see what I could have done, and applying that to the next day. For example, yesterday I went out and I could have complimented someone, or I could have made someone's days better. You know what I mean? Something outside of myself. It's not just me, it's other people. So I could have done that, stuff like that. Like, this is just an example, actually. Oh, that was just an example. And then I'd write about it. Oh, okay, let me apply that to the next day. Just trying to get better 1% each day, just to get a little better, a little better. And then that's what's so great about journaling. The power of journaling is, honestly, it's incredible, and I feel like it's something that everyone should do, just to reach a deeper a deeper sense of self. If you're doing it every day, and then one day you confront a problem, you confront it in your journal, you write about it, and you see, oh, let me see, this did wrong, I did this wrong, I did this wrong, and you're seeing a third person perspective on yourself, and you get a different sense of yourself. You understand yourself better every single day, or if not every single day, every single week. That's powerful. That's something. You're ahead of I don't want to say you're ahead of like your age or whatever. No, that's not what I meant. It's not a race. Everyone goes on their own pace. What I mean is that you're ahead, that you're in a point where you weren't before. you're at a point that it's like, oh, okay, now next time when something like this happens, I'll know from my experience then, and I journaled about it, and I know that this is gonna happen or that's gonna happen. So now I already know, and I've been doing this for a while, so I know myself pretty well, and I know what's gonna happen if certain things happen, because I've been through a lot of journaling and I've been through a lot of problems in my life. And now I'm at a good point. I'm still going. I'm still going. I still have ways to go, and I just gotta keep going and going and going. But yeah, those were my four main habits right there. My main habits, and then I have two more that are kind of I'd say they're still habits because I practice them weekly rather than what's it called, dailies. I just blanked there. But yeah, so the first one in that aspect is meditation. Meditation is a habit I used to do every single day. Um, for junior year, the whole junior year, for 1 year, I did it for a whole year. But then I realized that it wasn't really a habit that was for me. It wasn't really doing much for me on a daily basis. But I realized that like every so often, whenever I would get mad, meditation works perfectly. So stuff like that, I was experimenting with that habit. I didn't know it was for me. Like, oh, should I really implement this daily? I did. It didn't really work for me as much as journaling every day and going to the gym every day, and then obviously the rest. And then stuff like that. It didn't make an impact on my life much. But doing it every so often, whenever I get emotional, it truly did change me. It changes me. It changes. People should definitely try meditation. Meditation is a great way. The one I like to do is I forgot what it's called, but it's the meditation where you just focus on one thing. You focus on one thing and you keep with it. So for example, if I were doing 5 minutes of meditation, which doesn't sound a lot, it's not. Meditation's not. That's not meditation. That's what a lot of people think it is. But meditation, the one I like to do, is you focus on just one thing and you try to keep your present moment, your present self on that thing. And usually what people do when they do this type of meditation, they focus on just their breath. They focus on just their breath and then just try focusing on it for 5 minutes, for 5 minutes straight. You're gonna notice that for the first 10 seconds, you're gonna start blanking. You're gonna start blanking and you'll be like, whoa, 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 I'm off track. And you're gonna try focusing back on your breath and you're gonna be like, whoa, I'm off track again. That's the point. That's the point of meditation, is to be present. And then at the end of the 5 minutes, when you're completed with the 5 minutes, you'll see how much presence you actually were in. You'll see how relaxed you are. You'll be literally a totally different person from where you were 5 minutes ago. Because nowadays, you're always cluttered with something, rather maybe technology, video games, social media. Your mind's always going to be cluttered up here. And then once you do it, I remember me doing it for one of the first times. It was a life-changing experience, to be honest. And the longer you do it, the greater the impact it is. It will leave on you. But I used to do this every day, but it didn't really give me that impact because I didn't really need it every day. I didn't need it. But now I do it every so often. But I'm glad that I built the habit to do it, and I'm glad I was exposed to it. So yeah, that would probably be one of my every so often. But this habit is actually something I'm doing right now. I consider it being creative, being uncomfortable, right? That's what I like to do. That's what I like to call it. And this applies to what I'm doing right now, like making videos. I have a schedule of when I will upload and when I'm gonna edit and stuff like that. This habit is just simply going outside my comfort zone. So for example, you'll see a couple months back, I made videos on me playing guitar. That's me being outside my comfort zone. That's what I consider to be like using my mind creatively outside the box. This is going outside my comfort zone right here. I'm not used to uploading about my life. I'm not used to it, but I thought it would be a useful thing to do, since I would be spreading positivity out there, spreading my life. It's literally just me living my life, and I'm just telling you guys how I live my life and how it's impacted me, right? And then doing this frequently every day, getting outside your comfort zone like this every day, because these habits, you'll get comfortable with them, but they'll work. They'll for me it worked, but they'll work. You know what I mean? You will gain your knowledge from books. You will reach a deeper understanding of yourself with the journaling. You will get stronger. You will run longer. You will be healthier, right? You will. It will happen, but it'll get comfortable. Right now, it's a daily thing. It's a habit. It's something I've built. It's something I'm comfortable doing every single day now. I'm used to it. But then the habit of being uncomfortable, that's what I'm gonna call it. Being uncomfortable. This is what I'm doing right now, is recording video. And I'm planning on doing this till the end of August, because that's when my semester ends for college. So yeah, and I've promised myself that, and once I say something, I'll do it, because I'm a man of my word. That's the type of person I am. I'm gonna try to stick to recording 2 videos a week until August. And again, that's why I made those guitar videos, because I wanted to go outside my comfort zone. And from that, I learned how to edit better. From each experience that I've gathered from being uncomfortable, I've learned something new. With the guitar, it was I learned how to edit and how to align the playing my instrument with the actual song, and that was annoying, but then I got used to it. And I got better at guitar, and I got better editing skills. And then from this, I'd say for me the biggest impact that this is having, being uncomfortable, is just being vulnerable. Talking about my own life is hard, even though it's like my way of life. It shouldn't be hard. It's uncomfortable. It's weird. It's weird. Honestly, it's weird doing this. Because I'm not used to it. I'm not really a person that really talks with, like, well, I don't want to say talks with motivation, but I'm not really a person that makes videos. I'm not. But me doing it is me being uncomfortable, but maybe it reaches someone else. You know what I mean? It reaches someone else, and maybe it helps someone, you know? It's stuff like that. Stuff like that. Yeah. And other examples of this would be when I remember when I embarked on an adventure to talk to someone new every day at my school. I did that for a whole month. But it's stuff like that, you know what I mean? It's little things like that that will actually make you a better person. Not a better person, will make you a more developed person, because it's making you do things that you don't want to do, like talk to someone every day, like talking into a camera and then being weird because you don't know what other people are gonna think about you. You're not gonna know. You're not gonna know. And then same thing with guitar. You're never gonna know. But I learned something new through each experience, and this is just me simply developing more. Making these videos, I'm developing myself. Even though I am talking about my own life, and I've done these genuinely. I've been doing these since, let's say, the day all the way back from 7th grade, and I'm putting it out there. And literally, I'm doing a habit right now as we speak. So yeah, and I feel good. I feel good about it. I can't wait for the next one. So yeah, to put it all together, this is how I like to see things, right? So gym/diet, that's more of the physical self-improvement side. Journaling is more of having a deeper sense of myself and my thoughts, and a deeper sense of just me, everything with me. This is my mind right here. Deeper sense of self, right? This is deeper sense of the world. Gaining knowledge every day, getting informed, and using this knowledge to apply it for I could step foot outside of, or if that makes sense, or allows me to have more of a bigger impact on the world, right? And then religion, I put that God-focused lens over everything I do. That's my morals right there. That's where they sit. That's where my values and morals sit. With these habits, and then religion is where I get all my values and morals. So that's 4 right there. And then the 5th one is being uncomfortable, because you're gonna do all these habits and you're gonna get comfortable one day. And that's what I realized my junior year. I'm like, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Like, going to the gym is not really hard anymore. Cutting is not really hard anymore. I do it, and I will do it, and I've done it. I'm still doing it. And the same thing with reading, same thing with journaling, etc., etc. Right? So the next step, like, logically, is to do something that's something I never did before, like this. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed just me yapping for a little bit about the habits that genuinely have changed my life. And yeah, I hope you guys have a good one. Peace.